Hello and welcome everybody to this Life Force Qigong myofascial release, and today we'll be centering in on the neck, the throat, so all the tissues around the throat, that connection between the upper world of the brain and all the five senses and the physical body. So a very deep, sensitive area of the body to release. And also the whole back, so the back line including the spine, top of the shoulders, base of the spine. So when we're connecting in and releasing, opening the fascia, the key elements really are connecting in with the felt sense. So coming in to feel the body. When we feel the body registers that we're at home. A lot of the time we're out of the body in a thought, and what happens is the body actually starts to contract to protect itself. So here when we invite ourselves back into the felt sense, the body knows we're back. And even this is part of a release. It's part of the integration. The second key is the breath. So we're constantly breathing. And we can breathe here either through the chest or recommended through the belly, as belly activates parasympathetic nervous system, the calming, aware, awake part of our being. But just fundamentally being with the breath. And what I mean here is just watching that if we touch on an area, if we hold our breath, then we're holding the flow of life. We're holding our energy. We're also contracting somewhere to create a held shape. So here we recognize and either let go, exhale, or inhale, bring in life. And these are the two qualities. We're inhaling into the fascia, into the tissues, into the organs, and then we're exhaling, releasing everything. And we're inviting ourselves to feel all of this. So this is the key. So today we'll be really connecting in here with the neck, the tissues of the throat. And this is a very sensitive area. So when we're doing a full body release with the Life Force Qigong, I actually start off with the neck. Why? Because when we understand what happens with the myofascial meridian lines is they all start off in the feet. So most of the tension originates and ends up through the plantar fascia in the feet. So here really what we're doing is we're taking a sensitive tension area. We're starting to dissolve down through the body. Why? Because gravity sinks down. So we move step by step down through the body. The last part obviously is the feet, and release through the feet. And this area is the doorway between the senses of sight, smell, taste, sound, sensory feelings, thoughts of the brain, higher intuition, and then the body. So the deeper organs, the feeling, our connection with the physical felt sense of who we are inside this body. So it becomes a very sensitive area. And also when we look at other areas of the body, we see if we're going to be working on diaphragm, let's say lungs or heart, we have bones, we have muscle, we have a lot of protective tissue. So this area becomes very sensitive. So we can actually use this area as another key. And what I mean here is when we touch on areas of fascia and we invite a field of relaxation, a vibration of openness, presence, connection and relaxation, we can then invite that frequency of resonance to come all the way through the body. So it's not just isolating one area, it's coming into one area to communicate to the rest of the whole body. Because our fascia, remembering, is an interconnected network of collagen fibers. And again, not just on the outside of the body, but all the way through into the core of the body. And just go at your own pace. Sometimes we're just happy to be on the outside of the body and just feel the external release. And as we go deeper and deeper, we connect to deeper levels of feeling, deeper levels of energy. It can be all traumatic imprints. So slowly we're moving in and we really start to feel the interoceptive awareness, the deeper aspects of the physical fascial body coming alive again. So again, just go at your own pace. So much of this connection is about this relationship. our awareness coming into the body, body connection, body softening and reunifying the whole of our being. And then we'll move into the back. So the back here is all the way from the top of the shoulders, all the way down to the base of the spine, through the outside of the spine. And again, this can be another big tension area. We hold through the spine. Vibrations which come in through the nervous system, trying to make their way up to the brain, can get caught in the fascial system, locked in the spine. Or sometimes when we want to communicate out, this vibration of the central nervous system is moving its way down and out, and we hold this. So the back support of the whole back here, we're looking to again release, just soften, open, and allow this just to melt away. And so today, after communicating with the throat, after communicating through the back, you can have a really nice, open, connected feeling where we're just sunk into the body, present here and now with the breath and the felt sense. And all of these exercises, or most of them, we can actually do if we're in a compromised situation, sat down on the edge of a chair. Or I recommend if you can stand, we do the whole process standing. So we're connected all the time with the earth through the feet. So we create a grounding. After all, gravity is moving downwards and tension and stress want to move upwards. So if we can softly sink down into the earth, into our feet, but then open up the joints, we can actually be in an open, vibrant, relaxed state. So this is what's known as active relaxation. So I invite us all here just to come into our standing. And we keep coming back to the standing all the way through the Life Force Qigong lectures. First of all, we're just feeling the earth underneath the feet. And we're looking to connect 50-50 on the feet. So we're not just in the balls, we're not just in the heels, but we find a place of 50-50. Meaning if we're on the heels, we're leaving life, and if we're on the balls, we're engaging, we're moving into life. So here we're coming into a neutral, relaxed, calm state. Insides of the feet roughly parallel, and toes pointing forwards in alignment with the knee. And this is already creating a stable position where the fascia can feel open and relaxed, just to sink in. Finding that 50-50 on the feet, let's root ourselves, ground into the earth by inhaling. And as we inhale, we lightly press into the feet, lightly open the joints, breathe through the pores of the skin, exhale, sink back down. And our focus is just to soften, exhale, release, sink all the way down. Just feel the feet connected to the earth. And then right at the bottom, we let everything go. Inhale, just float up, open. Deep, relaxed inhale, breathing in your environment, into your body. Exhale, letting go right to the end of the breath, all the way down. At the bottom again, just let go. You might already start to feel a pulse in the soles of the feet as energy and blood flow starts to engage with the earth. Then we lightly open up, lightly press up through the ankles. So the feeling is, I'm happy to be here. But without contracting, it's more of just a light lift. So feel that coming through the ankles. Invite that to float up into the knees. So we're not locking out the knees. As we're releasing fascia, we're not locking out anywhere in the body. Just soften the knees, just sink down. And feel that soft fluidity through the knees. And here we restabilize. Lightly tip under the sacrum. So if we have a tight arch in the base of the spine, what to do is just softly tilt the pelvis forwards. And we're not throwing it out into the world, we're just lightly pressing that into the ground. And that releases any tension in the base of the spine. You might, some of you hear a cluck, 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 cluck as the vertebrae, the tension in the vertebrae, just start to open and we create space. Already releasing through the back, opening up, softening and connecting. And this invites the spine to become long and tall. We lightly tip in the chin, which softens through the side of the neck, already releasing the neck and the vertebrae. Chin slightly tilted back, so we're not in this excessive movement forwards. We'll bring ourselves back into a neutral alignment. Lightly feel a crown point lifting up to heaven. So you feel this beautiful lift up all the way through the tissues. And at the same time, we can just lightly sink the hips down to the earth. So you feel a lift above the crown. Let's sink down into the feet. At the same time, we inhale, just lightly open the arms. So I invite you just to let go again. Bring the arms back to the side. So this isn't really a physical position. It's a felt sense position. So just feel with the breath the constriction underneath your arms. And as you inhale, just get to a point where all of a sudden your arms meet an energetic point where the lungs go. Sink the shoulders. Soften the face. Soften the jaw. Soften the belly. If you feel at this point, you can breathe into the belly. So inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, we bring the belly back towards the spine. So we engage with what's known as the belly breath. Our first breath, nutrition from the umbilical cord when we're in the womb. So we remember this organic floating feeling, which the fascia loves to feel. Fascia loves to feel floated but grounded at the same time. And then just have a little body scan. So invite your awareness just to scan through your body, breathing into each area. So we start to feel the proprioceptive, kinesthetic shape that our body takes up in this space. All the way from the top of the head, tips of the fingers, soles of the feet, all the way through the front, all the way through the back. So we're really just arriving, ready to engage into relaxation and openness. Keep lifting up lightly through the crown as if you're floating up, and then slightly sinking down into your feet. Just noticing the breath here. Noticing your inhale. Is there any constriction or restriction on the inhale? I invite you just to soften that restriction. Breathing into all areas of the body. And then as you exhale, just notice if there's any holding. We don't want to let go of the end of the breath, and invite yourself just to breathe. And what happens is we start to pulse through the joints. So as we inhale, we open up all the joints. So ankles, knees, hips, elbows, wrists, spine. And then as we exhale, we soften back down into the feet. This becomes a beautiful pulse. We soften all the joints. As babies, inhale. This is how we would breathe. Inhale life. Inhale prana into all areas of the body. And as we exhale, we let go of the old prana. And new prana comes into that space. Inhale, pulse. Slightly open the joints. Lift the crown. Fingers, wrists, arms. Feel that opening through the joints. Exhale, sink back down. Sink back to the earth. Ground yourself at the end of the breath. This time we inhale. Lightly open all the joints. So we keep the shape. So this time we're not going to exhale and sink back down, but then just internally relax. Exhale, soften. Inhale. Exhale. So now I invite us just to take an inhale, keeping the shoulders in exactly the same position. We exhale and we allow the chin to float down forwards. Inviting ourselves into the felt sense area of the neck, back of the neck, front of the throat, and just sink all the way down. Feel the release, opening all the way at the top of the neck. soft fluid motion, and inhale, use the breath to float you up. So we're kind of just outside the movement, our normal range of movement of the physical body, but we're using the breath to float the fascia. So then we exhale, sink the chin back. Just release, allow gravity in the breath to float you back down. Feel that softness coming through the front of the throat. So we're not really doing anything, we're just allowing as we inhale, back up. Exhale, sink chin forwards. This time invite awareness to come through. As the tissues, as we sink the chin forward, they just start to open up naturally. That area right at the top of the shoulders, C7 area, just starts to soften and open. So we're using the neck actually, as I mentioned before, to open up the whole body as we inhale. Breathe into the tissues of the neck, more awareness and aliveness. Exhale, float back. This time feeling the tissues of the throat, thyroid, parathyroid, all the way into the thymus, front of the heart space. Inhale, float up. Back to center. Exhale, float forwards. This time we feel top of the neck, C7 area. We feel a light opening as we lift the tissues, as we sink the chin down just behind the heart. Inhale, float up. So we can really start to feel how the neck, throat area connects to the front line and the back line. Exhale, sink down. This time we connect through the throat, front of the chest, heart space. Solar plex, diaphragm. Just feel that softening release of the diaphragm. Inhale, float up. Exhale, float chin forwards. This time back of the neck, C7 area. Back of the heart, all the way just behind the diaphragm, sinks down. Flow back to center. Each time we get back to center, we have a little check-in. We just re-establish before exhaling, sinking back. This time we feel throat, thymus area, heart, diaphragm, all the way down to the pubic bone. Feel a light lift of the tissues up the front. Inhale, flow your chin up. Breathe through the tissues of the neck. Exhale. The shoulders where they are. Sink the head down. Release back of the neck. Top of the shoulders, behind the heart. Diaphragm, lower back. You can feel that lift coming up from the base of the spine, from the sacrum, all the way from the back of the neck. Inhale, flow back to center. Exhale, let's do this last time, all the way down to the pubic bone. Feel that release opening through the throat. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, sink down, all the way down to the sacrum area, whole back line, all the way from the neck and the throat. Watching the breath. Holding anywhere on the breath and allowing at the end just to sink down, and we inhale, breathe back in. And then just center yourself back in the center, grounded on the earth. Just taking awareness, feeling already the openness, softness, the lightness of the throat. And that connection through into the front line and the back line. These fascial lines are just directly connected together. Each one of these movements goes slightly deeper. So here we take an inhale, exhale, flow down to the side, this time side of the neck, into the shoulder, into the elbow, wrist. It feels like somebody's lightly pulling your middle finger, very soft. Again, we're not trying to create a stretch. We're just allowing the head to float down with the breath. Inhale, flow back to center. Exhale, flow down to the other side. Neck, shoulder, elbow, wrist, all the way to the middle finger. Looks like somebody's lightly pulling the middle finger. All the joints feel soft all the way through into the side of the neck. Inhale, flow back to center. Exhale, flow down to the other side. Feeling that whole line down into the middle finger. Breath exhaling. Feeling the tissues of the front of the chest underneath the scapula opening and softening. Breathe back into the neck, into the throat area, inviting stability and support. Exhale, float down, all the way middle finger, chest, under the scapula. Inhale. And if at any point in time you want to vibrate a sound, these vibrations as we sink down, vibrate tissues of release and openness, all the way into the middle finger, chest, scapula, lateral side, ribcage, intercostal area. Inhale. The whole time my awareness is touching, feeling all these tissues, centered on the throat and the neck area, inside the breath as we exhale, all the way down, middle finger, chest, under the scapula, lateral side of the body, intercostal regions, rib cage. Inhale, come back to center. And then just recenter, reestablish ourselves. If a little movement wants to come, just allow it, but very soft. Try not to do any jerky movements. We're retuning the fascia with the breath. So those jerky movements, they create agitation and tension. So just invite the fascia to open and soften. We can start to understand and realize that when we soften and open, it allows us just to sink into those areas of tension. So we don't need to make any strong cracking motions through the neck. So let's go one step deeper. Hands onto the hips. So for this one, we're going to keep the shoulders in exactly the same position, but we're going to work deeper into the neck this time. And also lift the spine. So we take an inhale, keep the shoulders in the same place, awareness in the neck. Exhale, dive the chin forward, as if you're leaping out from a diving board into the ocean. Again, don't allow the shoulders to come forwards, just keep the shoulders as much and feel that beautiful opening through the back of the neck. Slightly sink down into the feet on the way down. Chin on the chest, press the feet. Inhale, slide the chin all the way up to the top. So you feel that lift up through the fascia, back of the neck. And we'll lightly float up the chin, top of the breath. Exhale. Dive forward. This is actually pulsing the neck, pulsing the spine. That's why we sink down a little bit to close the joints. When we press up, we open the joints. Inhaling, lifting up through the spine, main area of activity in the neck and the throat. Dive the chin forwards, exhale. Oh, feels so good, just to sink in. And we're inviting that soft awareness of the neck to become active. Inhale. So any energies, any voice activation stuck in the throat gets lifted, opened. And allowed to move. Energy moving, life happening. Energy trapped like a stagnant pool of water. All the way to the chest. Inhale, float up. All the way into the tissues, deep inside, felt sense active, chin up. Exhale. At the same time, sinking down, grounding yourself in the feet. And then when we get to the bottom, change directions. Inhale, float the chin up. Using the breath, open the joints, slightly press through the feet. When we get to the top, we bring the chin in. So it feels like we have double chins, but this really opens up back of the neck. We feel that light lift up through the tissues, releasing the skull. Exhale, sink down all the way. So we slide the chin down the chest. Get to the bottom. Inhale, float the chin up. Full breath in. Staying connected. Bringing chin in. That lift back of the neck. Chin on the chest. Slide all the way down. So good for the neck. So good for the spine. Inhale. Drawing in the chin. Double chin, lift back of the neck, release the skull, release behind the heart, all activated through the throat and the neck. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, this time just float your way back to center. And we start to feel each one of these fascial exercises. The more we do, the more we sink in. So here we're just going to do each one a few times just to set the rhythm. But then afterwards you can do as many as you feel in your own time. So one step deeper. So this time we're going to move the head side to side. It's going to release, twisting the spiral line all the way through into the occiput, releasing the throat. Here what we're going to do is we're going to stick the head out, keeping the shoulders in the same place. When we stick the chin forwards, when we twist, it doesn't create any compromise or tightness in the vertebrae, sternocleidomastoid, or any of the tissues of the throat. So bringing chin out, inhaling. Exhale. All the way around to the side for the beautiful opening through the neck, also through the top of the spine. Inhale. Full breath, full awareness. Exhale. All the way around to the other side. Keeping awareness in the center, inhale, of our activity, which is the neck, vertebrae of the neck. Exhale, all the way around to the other side. Inhale forwards. Exhale to the other side. Inhale. It really starts to bring our awareness and root it inside the felt sense. Exhale. Inhale forwards, each time sinking the shoulders down so we're not raising the shoulders up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. Reset in the center. If you feel, you can just release your arms, just shake out. So even as we're releasing, we're creating a little bit of tension through the movement. So each time we can release that tension space. So here, last of the neck. And to do full rotations with this feeling of openness, just scanning the neck, feeling a looseness, openness, all the way through the body. It is how resonance of energy has sent itself through the body. We feel the body also relaxing. Coming back into center. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink the chin down, but also slightly sink into the feet. So it's not just the chin, it's all the tissues of the body, but activated through the throat and the chin and the neck. This time we inhale, we use the breath, and we lightly push up through the feet. So there's a feeling of a lift. We inhale all the way to the back. Exhale, flow forwards. So we're using the breath like a travel cushion, stepping beyond our normal range of movement when we might be focusing on the tissues or the muscles. But here we're using the breath to smooth everything out. And if you have a jerky motion, generally we're holding the breath. So we smooth the breath, equal inhale as exhale. We smooth the body motion. And so we smooth our bioenergy, our prana of the body. So we exhale, sink back to the feet. And these subtle movements as we lightly press up, lift up into the neck. It's the activation, it's the yang point of our movement. And then as we exhale past the center line, back to the earth, sink back to the feet, reground the whole motion. Chin on the chest, changing directions. Inhale, again use the breath to lift and float the body all the way around. Exhale, sink back down. You can go very soft and fluid here. So when we're moving in a soft fluid motion, we enter into an alpha rhythm, long, deep wavelength. This is like meditative states. And again, the body feels this. It feels that we're at home with these feelings. And you notice how, as we gain this deep relationship, it really just starts to unlock, sink in. Starts to have a wonderful deep vibration. Exhale, sink down back to center. Chin on the chest. Float the chin up. Exhale, release the hands. Just very soft with the breath. Awareness in the neck. Again, without any strong jerky movements. Just exhaling, softening, releasing. So now we feel this wonderful connection, connected through the breath, connecting in the felt sense. We feel that aliveness and awakeness of the whole being already. Energy starting to flow, really feeling that connection of our energetic body, the subtlety of feeling starting to arise on a deeper and deeper level. So here we're going to connect in with the back tissues. So all the way from the top of the shoulders, all the way down the back, all the way to the base of the spine, into the hips. So I invite you just to feel that area. A lot of the time we're more aware of the front of the body as we have the eyes and the senses projecting forwards. So we're less aware of what's happening in the back. So just feeling the back area. If any area feels numb, or we're not quite aware of what's going on, we can just place our hands very gently on areas of the back, top of the shoulders. If we have a partner, we can also ask our partner just to lightly place, just with attention and awareness. We're not doing anything, we're just allowing the connection of the warmth of the energy of the hands just to bring energy up to the surface of the skin, where we make that connection. Once we feel the awakeness and the aliveness, we feel that kinesthetic awareness of the back, I invite us to inhale, just open up the tissues of the back. Exhale, sink down, back to the feet. The release at the bottom. Inhale, as if breathing through all the pores into the tissues of the fascia of the back. And then breathe back out through the pores of the back. You may feel all the pores of the back opening and closing. Release. Inhale. Full breath in. Feel the back alive, spine open. Exhale. Back out through the pores of the back. And this time I invite us just to sink down all the way into the feet. Lightly round forward from the base of the spine, back of the neck, releasing the head, softening the knees. So everything is empty here. Feel that beautiful roundedness of the spine. So then we start to inhale, press through the feet. Invite energy and blood flow into the back of the knees as we move up into the base of the spine. This invites energy, middle of the spine, middle of the back, all the way to the top of the back. Top of the back and the shoulders roll forwards. So out through the elbows, any tension, out through the fingertips. Exhale down. Release. Back of the neck. Inhale like a soft wave. Whole back line. Base of the spine. Middle of the back. Top of the back. Round forwards. Elbows. Come back to a standing fetal position. Soften the knees. Release at the bottom. So then we start to fill. Press knees. Float up. Feel the base of the spine start to open. All the way through the back. Shoulders, exhale. Bring the shoulders forward so you feel that lift up through the tissues of the back. Exhale. Sink down. Last time, wave up. Full wave up for all the tissues of the back. Actually, it feels so good. Let's do this again. I think I could do this all day. It feels so good, like a wave, a river of life, softly fluid, and then releasing back down. So from here, what we're going to do is lightly twist the arms open. You feel that opening coming through the tissues up into the top of the shoulders. Then we inhale, raise up, all the way up. Just move back a little. Twist the arms. So feel a twist into the shoulders, all the way down through the back. So it's a twisting that opens up the tissues of the back. Press up into the fingertips. Exhale, sink all the way down. Feel that beautiful connection, back of the neck, top of the shoulders, middle of the back, lower back. When we get to the bottom, exhale, soften, release down. Inhale, start to open. Float your way up. Feel all the tissues of the back, soften, open, release. Like a celebration up through the body. When we're up at the top, we can lightly pulse. So it feels like all the tissues of the back are softening, opening and breathing. Press up through the fingertips, twist the arms. Exhale, sink down. Around the back. All the way out through the fingertips and the twist in the arms. Soften back of the neck at the bottom, just completely let go. Inhale, open. Press the feet, lift and raise. Back alive, pulse at the top, breathing through all the tissues of the back. Press up with the fingertips, twist through, exhale, sink down. And let that go. Any tension here, as we sink down. Any tension in the back, released. Energy through the fingertips, through the mouth, through the feet. With that winding of the shoulders, just lift the fascia all the way from the base of the spine, behind the heart, all the way through the spine. And give it a little shake. Just scanning the awareness of the back. Starts to feel like we have eyes in the back. Happy eyes connected to the felt sense, breathing into the tissues of the back. So this time I invite us to bring our hands up, creating two fists. Place one fist over the top of the other one. And slide the fist into the chest. So you just lightly place your fists on your chest. And we invite our elbows to come inwards. So as we're pulling in the elbows, you feel that pull, that draw of all the tissues out through the back, all the way from the spine. Soften the back of the neck. So you feel that lift, that draw upwards. So there's a slight pull downwards of the sink, a slight pull upwards with the neck, and the elbows drawing side to side. Awareness in the back, and very soft, very fluid, just start to move. So what we're doing here is we're breathing into the tissues of the back. And as our felt sense grows, we just start to invite the body to show us the way. So we're starting to follow a feeling. Remembering here that fascia connects to the whole back and then into the tissues. So it's holographic and moves inwards towards the core of the body. And every part of the fascia likes to be touched. So if we're just doing it, repeating movement, I invite us to start to move out and to play. Maybe lifting up to the sides, pulling the elbows, exhale, sink down. Really discovering each area of the back, sides of the back, just there, just inside the back of the heart space, base of the spine. You start to feel this rhythm just opening up, soft fluidity. Awareness of the back increases, breathing in and out of the tissues. Making sure we're coming up to the front, down to the side. Keep a light pressure through the elbows. All the way through. Breathing in and out of the tissues of the back. Base of the spine, just there. So good. Breathing and connected, and slowly bringing ourselves back into center, floating our way back up, releasing the arms down, give a little shake, shake out through the body. So here I invite us once again just to bring the hands up. This time we place one fist into the center of the chest. Other hand grabs the elbow. Inhale, exhale, sink into the feet. Inhale, use the elbow to lift up, top of the shoulder, all the way through into the base of the spine. So you feel the whole fascia of the back lift up. Exhale, sink down, sink into the feet. Inhale, lift. Open the back. Soften the side of the neck. Sink down. Inhale, open and lift. Soft, fluid motion. Exhale, sink down. Inhale. Breathing into the tissues, opening. Releasing, sinking and letting go. Every breath a celebration of life. Every exhale a celebration of release. More space. Not just more space in the back, but more space in our energy field. More space to breathe. More space for movement in our life. Activation, relaxation. Exhale, sink down, and come back to center. So here we release the holding fist on the elbow, Get into the chest. Release the hand, grab the elbows. We're just on the other side. Inhale, exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift up. Feel that lift through the shoulder, all the way through into the base of the spine, sacrum. Exhale, sink down. Press feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Deep inhale through the tissues of the back, the spine, base of the spine. Release, sink down. Inhale, lift up. Each time raising up, opening all the tissues. Each time sinking down into the feet and releasing. Staying present, with feelings arising, energy flow, blood flow through the body. Inhale, lift up. Again, we could just keep on doing this as we start to feel layers just dissolving, opening, releasing. Exhale down. One last time. Lift up, sacrum, hold back, release. Exhale, full release. Come back to center, release the arms down. Shake out through the back. Let's breathe through the back a little bit. So we bring up the arms. Inhale. Then we exhale. We slightly round. Inhale, open. Press through the feet. Lightly open all the joints. Exhale. Slightly round down. Inhale. Each time we can change which arm is on top. Exhale. Round down. Always remembering to release shoulder. Breathing into the back through the pores. Exhaling out. This time when we get to the bottom, we just allow the arms to float down. Soften the knees, soften the base of the spine so we feel no compromise at the base of the spine. Everything feels equally connected. Soften the back of the neck and just empty the arms. So back of the neck, arms, they just swing. You can feel that beautiful fluidity of the weight of the arms just releasing from behind the heart, around the spine. Then lightly lift the arms, rest the arms, the hands into the elbows, soften the back of the neck, again knees slightly bent. We have a big figure of 8 on the ground in front of the body. We use the breath to guide our way through this figure of 8. Soft fluidity in the spine, engaging breath. Again, any last areas that we feel can focus on, just take that very subtle, soft, fluid movement into that area. Keep inhaling, exhaling, fluid motion. Come down to the bottom. Just relax down and dangle. Let everything go here. And here we can take an inhale, exhale, shake all the way through the back. Inhale, exhale, shake shoulders, shake back, shake base of the spine. One last time, inhale. Exhale. sink down. Press the feet, inhale, float your way slowly. So you feel that your vessel of the body is refilling, regrowing, soft fluid motion all the way up to the crown of the head. Exhale, sink back down through. Small motion through the body. Here we can offer a little bit of release, shaking specifically through the back. Let's just have a little bounce here, bringing the breath. Turn to the side, and we flick out. So we feel everything from the back being flicked out through the fingertips. And if you have any trees around you, you can direct this to the trees. Feeling that soft release and opening happen. Feel all the tissues of the back release, letting go. Come back to center. Exhale, sink back down into your feet. Just allow with the breath through the back, just a feeling of unwinding. You don't know what direction it's going to take, what movement. So we work through the neck, the back. So just allow the rhythms of the back into the neck, just to soften and release. For the roundedness, wave through the spine. Just keeping the felt sense in all areas of the neck and the back. Scanning, feeling, breathing. Shoulders, scapula, unwinding. We can move into a winding motion. So we're lightly grasping the fists. The last part feels like we're winding a giant water wheel. Bring up through the sides of the body, exhale. Feel whole back engaged. Soften back of the neck. Winding the wheel. Breathing. Slowly gathering the energy. Grounding yourself through your feet. Righting yourself back into standing, rooted on the ground, knees soft, sacrum slightly tucked under, spine open, shoulders relaxed, arms slightly out from the sides, chin slightly tucked in, crown lightly lifting, at the same time hips sink down to the earth. Just re-stabilize your energy. Ground by bringing awareness back into the tissues of the neck, throat. Swallow a couple of times. Make a voice sounding to vibrate. Notice the connection of all the fascial tissues from the neck that we opened up. Breathe in and out of these areas. And feeling all the way through the back. Base of the spine, middle of the back, top of the back. And feel that connection, not just on the outside of the body, but all the way through into the core. Feel that wonderful connectivity all the way through the body with the breath. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a wonderful feeling, awareness through the throat, through the back, new, invigorated, inspired connection to your being. Hope to see you soon.